Hey everyone, Matron here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary, this time Game 2 in the best of 3 series between EGMachine spawning as the blue Zerg and Liquid Tyler spawning as the red Protoss. Liquid Tyler did drop the first game to EGMachine on Blistering Sands as his Blink Spiders were not able to take down the Hydralisks of EGMachine. As we see, the choice of the next map was to Liquid Tyler as he was the loser of that first game, so he is going to pick Lost Temple, a little more of a standard, larger map, perhaps with these spawn positions getting up a fast expand, maybe a bit of a pylon cannon action down here. So we'll see how both players respond to these far expansion, or these far spawn points. Definitely expect EGMachine to try to throw up a fast expand. Once he figures out that his opponent is not here, see him sending the Overlord actually in the different direction. Typically, Zerg players are going to send their Overlord down here, but so many players are used to that, they usually do send a probe up here to try to intercept that Overlord, so we'll see whether Liquid Tyler does that at some point here. So coming from the other direction, you are going to delay a little bit that Overlord, but also not going to give away your position too early as well. So throwing off the production tab, it looks like we do have the gateway coming out for Liquid Tyler at this point. Looks like a 13 gateway. And just more and more drones coming out for EGMachine. Looks like he's going to open up with a spawning pool first. And now also sending out a drone. So it looks like a 15 pool. So we see Liquid Tyler did, looks like he did push up a little bit here with a probe. Did not see any Overlord. Throwing down another pylon. Perhaps going to hide a bit of tech down here, as Protoss players do like to wall off up here and then throw down any sort of Stargate or Twilight Council back in the middle of their base so the Zerg player cannot see it. Do see Liquid Tyler's about to find out where EGMachine is, and he's about to find out that a hatchery has gone down, so we may see him alter his build a little bit, try to get down a fast expand of his own. We'll keep an eye on his mineral on the resource tab here and see if he starts saving up for one. So we see this probe in here, could be doing a little bit of harassment. Looks like instead it's just going to scout all around. Looks like we have the first queen on the way for EGMachine as well. It's going to be able to do an inject here and then perhaps take that queen down to the expansion. The timing would be right for it. And then get up a second queen out of this main hatchery. See double gas going down for Tyler. So it looks like he may be going for some higher tech here. He does just have the one gateway at the moment. He's not yet gotten out warp gate tech. There it goes. And may expect him to get out a sentry here with that excess gas, chrono boosting both of these. He does have the wall off with that zealot, so no Zerglings will be able to come by. 2 Zerglings out for EGMachine at this point. They're going to check those towers, make sure we don't have any proxy pylon or proxy gateways. And then it looks like one will poke at the front door, and the other will just stick on this tower for now. Have an Overlord coming in, he may be positioned right up here. He's going to be able to see the entire natural of Tyler. Other Overlord just positioned at the back here, perhaps to suicide in later in the game. As a Spinecrawler going down for EGMachine at this point. Spinecrawler is very good against the early Protoss push. If Liquid Tyler tries for a 3 or 4 gate push, and it looks like he's going 3 gate here. He has not yet thrown up a Twilight Council, so just showing the 3 gates right now. But any sort of early pressure will be fought back by the Spinecrawler of EGMachine, and as many of the queens as he can get up. See this queen very smartly laying down a creep tumor here, going to connect these 2 bases. It's going to make not only the movement of the queens here quick between the 2 bases, but going to be able to reinforce either base if any sort of void ray comes in and he needs some anti-air. Looks like the Zergling and the Overlord just chilling out here, maybe have a little bit of a conversation. They are going to be able to see Tyler move out. Zergling is not going to be able to survive against that Zealot. Probably could have saved it there, but no big deal losing half of 50 minerals, as we see Tyler now saving up for this expansion. Is on these 3 gateways. He's got 2 gas up and going, so without any sort of higher tech, he's just going to be focusing on sentries right now. So if we check the energy of all the sentries, all capable of at least 1 force field right now, as they do spawn with that 50 energy, and the longer they're out, the more valuable they become. Now with 6 of them out, if he can get up to 12 force fields, he can cut this Zerg army in half and do a great deal of damage. Looks like we do have a Roach Warren coming out for EGMachine. So roaches are going to be excellent against those early gateway units of the Protoss player, but they are not very good if the Protoss can get those shields out. So we'll see who's going to be able to micro better between the sentries and the roaches. Looks like roach speed and zergling speed both being worked on simultaneously there. Queen doing the inject only down to 10 energy, so pretty early in the game. Pretty good macro from EGMachine. See how he gets, if he gets onto a third base. 2 spine crawlers. A lot of players just do the one, especially against Terran for the Hellion fight back, but multiple spine crawlers going down against Protoss, as those Protoss units are very powerful, and the spine crawlers actually do improve damage to armored units, which stalkers are. So we see now up to 7 sentries, so most of them have enough energy for 2, sometimes even 3 force fields right now. So EGMachine is staring in the face of about 20 force fields. Liquid Tyler getting up quite the army, 1325 to 450. We do see roaches finally coming out for EGMachine. So very good timing. He was able to drone up and tech up a little bit. He's now on 4 gas as well. So Tyler not really pressuring him, and now EGMachine is going to be able to pump units a little bit late here and perhaps defend against the push of Tyler. Tyler just getting up a very solid force here. So if we look, he is now up to 7 sentries there, as well as a bunch of stalkers and a few zealots. 1675 minerals and 1150 gas compared to the very small army of EGMachine. Do see Machine now pushing these spine crawlers out. This is a very smart move. It's going to be able to defend but not only the natural, but if he does decide to set up this gold expansion here, the spine crawlers are going to defend both in a very central location, and also spreading creep tumors out. Very good for those roaches. Speed has finished for the roaches, and they do have burrow as well. So it looks like Liquid Tyler are going to get down a robotics facility to work with those 3 gates, and now pushing out with these forces, going to get some good force fields here. All those force fields, check out 7 great force fields, using about 1/3 of his force field energy, but EGMachine just able to respond with a quick burrow. He does not have the tunneling claw, so he can't move while burrowed, but unless Liquid Tyler gets some sort of detection, he's not going to be able to take down these units, and kind of using this burrow just like the blink of the Protoss player. As soon as these roaches do take damage, he's going to burrow the front ones, keep doing damage with the back ones, and then burrow with those as well. So he is going to be trying to heal up with those roaches as they do take damage, trying to focus down zealots here. Tyler still has quite the army, 2,700 compared to 1,850, and now getting out an Observer as well from this robotics facility. He does have a chrono boosted. Observer is going to be very powerful against the roaches there. EGMachine's got to expect that now that he did show that the burrow was on the table as a strategy, that Tyler is going to get up that Observer. Looks like we have Immortals coming out as well to join this army of Tyler. Again, such a huge army, and he's got so many sentries, going to be able to throw down more than 20 force fields. Looks like he's going to try to take down these destructible rocks as well. Tyler should have tried to pick off this Overlord with that Observer once it popped out, gaining sight up here, as all Zerg players at this level do put the Overlord right there. So EGMachine is going to be able to see everything. His army sees that he has the robotics facility out. Tyler moving across the field, throwing down a forward pylon here, and this probe perhaps throwing down another one behind the grass, trying to get a good concave. Liquid Tyler is, as that's quite important. We do see a number of Mutalisks on the field now for EGMachine. Looks like we have 9 Mutalisks with those 25 roaches. We have great force fields being thrown down here, really going to split those roaches. See, the roaches in the back cannot attack. These Immortals going to try to focus down the roaches. The roaches, for their part, focusing down this Immortal. Very powerful against those armored units. And he was able to take down that Spine Crawler with the help of the Immortal. Looks like there's one more Spine Crawler to deal with, and then he's got all these roaches and the Mutalisks, which did pull back. Mutalisks were taken down by the Stalkers there. If we look, he is Psy-Cap now, so very Psy-Cap, 126 over 101. As we see, those roaches trying to pick off as many Stalkers as they can. Now EGMachine going to mount a little bit of a counterattack. See what Tyler's able to warp in here, back at his main. Instead warping in the middle here at this pylon, bringing in more and more Stalkers. So he has to defend his probe line. Probe's running off, so EGMachine did not see it to the last second. Not many probes going to go down. May try to focus down this assimilator. He's got to pick a better thing to do damage to, though. as he is making it into the natural. Looks like we need to get a split from these stalkers to try to take down these Mutalisks, though at this point only 6 Mutalisks left, a few very low. These roaches being chased by Liquid Tyler. Not many roaches, they cannot burrow with his observer here. And now EGMachine is just delaying, trying to sacrifice these roaches for the chance, if we look at the production tab, to get up 12 lings, 6 more mutas. We see all those mutas have pulled back from the mineral line of Tyler, as he did get all these stalkers up here. No blink yet, as we see Tyler not producing any buildings right now, nor probes, just warping in more and more units off the those gateways. He does have 5 gateways up right now. Warping in stalkers, trying to focus down those Mutalisks all very low. Now we see all those roaches were picked off by the Immortal, and those stalkers now going to move across the field here. He's got quite the army, 4,500. He's able to do a good job with this force fields to take down EGMachine's army, split it in half. Now Machine's just got to push across. These Zerglings not going to do very much damage. Not many Zealots on the field for Tyler though. So Zerglings could be the answer against these stalkers, but need more and more of them. Roach's going to try to fight, but he does have a split army thing going right now. A few roaches in the front going down. He needs to engage with all of his forces right now, sending in the Zerglings a little bit before the roaches, not sending in the Mutalisks on time either. So we see just the split army. These roaches in the back are not able to attack, and it looks like Liquid Tyler is going to be able to take down all these units, as well as these Overlords, which are kind of being suicided in here, perhaps to absorb a little bit of damage. If Liquid Tyler does a move, they will attack these Overlords. Not very smart stalkers, but Liquid Tyler is not going to fall for that. Instead, he's going to take down all these units as he can, trying to save this Immortal. Now picking off all these Overlords, 97 over 86. Not going to be able to produce any more units. He does have 6 more roaches coming out. Not able to get down that Immortal. He needs to try to focus it down, as it's going to do a ton of damage against those roaches, and it looks like a GG from EGMachine. So Tyler was able to take this second game, even up this series, and force a game 3. Tyler went for some 3-8 play off the start, a lot of units. EGMachine was able to macro up a lot of drones as well, did not produce many units at the start. Tyler did not really make him pay for it with some early aggression, which you'd like to see in that situation. And then Tyler threw down that Nexus in response to the hatchery of EGMachine, was able to get up the robotics facility just in time and get out that observer so that he could spot that burrow. Again, they cannot move while burrowed without the upgrade, which I don't think he ever got there, the tunneling claws, but they do heal up underground, and he would have been able to just heal up and pop up and pick off units from Liquid Tyler. So not able to do very much damage with the Mutalisks and the supply line or the mineral line of Liquid Tyler either. And then sort of sacrificing all of his roaches down here. Not really sure what that was about. He didn't really macro up and get too much of an army. If he had sacrificed 3 or 4 roaches down here and the entire army of Tyler had chased him down, it might have been worth it, but he was just not able to macro up in time, and Tyler had the army advantage the entire game, was finally able to press through to victory and force this game 3. Go ahead and bring that for you now. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you there.